everyone, welcome back to my channel. And today is 9/11, the day when the whole world actually changed, including the custom checks and all of that. Everything got strict, and then even in criminology we talk a lot about how 9/11 has changed the world, how it has impacted other parts of the world. And for me also, I always found this incident very fascinating from a very young age, because it happened when I was just 1 year old, but then the kind of impact that it had on other parts of the world. We looked up to US, like, oh, the World Trade Center, yeah, the North and South Tower, it was such a big thing. And back in those times, even the New York City skyline was just represented by Empire State Building or the World Trade Center. So someone actually attacked not just New York City, but what this whole country was built on, the whole principle of freedom. So when they actually attacked that, and then the whole act on terrorism got even more complex, so I don't want to go into that. And I also talked to a lot of people regarding 9/11 and how it impacted them, where they were, what they were doing on that day. And even the sky on that day, it was like oddly, like, it was such a clear sky, and today it's super cloudy for some reason. It's actually going to rain. But then I came to the US last year. It's been 20 years since the attacks have happened, and this is the 21st year. And today I decided to go there to pay my respects. Like, for me also to think of that incident, it's kind of a different emotional feel for me altogether. So yeah, now I'm stepping out from my apartment to go see the memorial. The memorial is free, but the museum alone you have to pay. But then the museum is closed only on this day. And I also will show you guys the tribute in light. And I kind of tried to capture that yesterday, and all those scenes you'll figure out. And I came from my uncle's place just for this memorial, as well as I had other work. But then for me, this attending the memorial was really important for me personally. So yeah, I'll just show you guys a few scenes from the suburb and what happened yesterday. It was small scenes, and then yeah, let's go to the memorial. The suburbs right now, and I got a lot of stuff from India actually. And then the cars zooming past me. I actually missed my bus. Now I'm going to New York, and then I'm coming back to Jersey City. It's like double work. The bus schedules are always like this. What to do? They're actually turning off the light. Yeah, you can just see one of the tribute in light. Okay, they turned off both now. Oh, I actually wanted to capture that in video, but yeah, I had a long day actually. My commute from my uncle's place to Journal Square should take around like 1 hour 30 minutes, something, 1.5 hours. But then I missed my bus because there's some stop confusion, and then it's suburban, so I had to rely only on the bus. So I missed that, and then I had to go all the way to New York City to Port Authority Terminal, and I had to face all my fears, because I'm like, I won't go to New York City because I don't have company, and I'm right outside Times Square, and then I can see Times Square, and I'm like, why did I have to? And then in Port Authority, I had to figure out what to do, where to go, and all that. I have like what? I have I have like 5 bags in total, 2 laptops, 5 bags, and everyone are looking at me. And then I was like, I navigated like a pro. You guys who are stared at me, they are like, oh, what is he doing? I navigated like a pro. But then, yeah, it's fine. But then I actually wanted to capture that on camera, but it didn't come. But I got my kind of perfect shot for Instagram alone. But then, yeah, I went through the Lincoln Tunnel for the first time. I went through it and then came outside. So that took around like 3 hours, and still I'm not home. I'm like, I have to walk back home. Something about this Oculus Center, it brings me the happiness. Like, it's all about simplicity. It reminds me of the snow, and then I told you guys in the previous video too. So nice. The Oculus Center is really nice to just be and stay here and enjoy the scenes. A lot of people are walking around too, so that's really nice to have that kind of calm and serene nature. The Oculus Center from the outside. It's a World Trade Center. Oculus Center actually represents a small boy leaving the pigeons. So those are like the wings, and this is like the hands, which is leaving the wings of the pigeon to fly. it's 9:30 a.m. right now, and then after I came here, I just realized that the Memorial Museum is closed for the annual commemoration ceremony, and it will open only at 3 p.m. So I decided to go back home and then come back again. 5:30 right now, and now I'm starting from Journal Square, and I'll be reaching the memorial around 6 maybe. So yeah, that's all movie type vibes. Already I have an umbrella, people will be sad and all that. Even I'll be like, for me also it's a different experience altogether. Like nearly 3,000 people have passed away because of a huge terrorist attack, and that's a big thing. Like, I mean, for those who don't know, to give you guys a brief, 4 airlines were hijacked, two United and two American Airlines, and they were heading from Logan International. They were going westward, and then one from Newark, and then United 93 alone. They kind of managed to overpower the hijackers, but then the Boeing 767 series, and then whatever happened, and people were in shock. Like that was what was broadcasted all over television regarding the attacks, and so happened. And then people are shocked, like someone actually attacked the north and south tower, and then people are can you imagine, flight is actually going through a building, and then the whole tower is collapsed. And then the New York City, I mean, it's not just, as I told you, it's not just attack on New York City or US, it's attack on freedom and the speed, and now the World Trade Center is actually called Freedom Tower. That is the proof that the country as well as New York City is so resilient and cannot be defeated. And the World Trade Center right now, that is including the spire, comes up to 1,776 feet, which is the year when US got its independence, and that's the biggest building in the Western Hemisphere. So World Trade Center, Oculus Center. So Oculus Center is a bit controversial, but overall it's what the whole building stood for, and what they managed to do in a short span of time to come together as a community, to come together as a country, to come together as a city, and to fight again. I mean, yeah, you guys would have followed, like in 2011, 2012, and then Bush ordered, and then under Obama's rule, Osama was killed. So that was a big thing, people celebrating, and I was following all about 9/11 too. So for me also, it's actually, I could technically see the World Trade Center, but it's super foggy, and on the day of the incident it was clear sky, but now it's super foggy. So I just want to go and see the memorial in person. For others, bucket list in New York City means going and seeing this center, Edge, Highline, but for me it was to visit the 9/11 memorial. For me that is like a big thing, to go and pay my respects. Oculus Center will never get me bored, that is for sure. It's so nice. The white and simplicity. I have been saying that again and again in a lot of videos by now. So many people are here already paying their respects. You can see the names that are inscribed on the bronze surface, and the names are inscribed in such a way that the names which are near each other have some connection at the time of the incident, as in they might be co-workers and all that. I mean, there might also be biological relation, but at the time of incident they had some relation to each other. So that's a really beautiful thing. And today alone you have a lot of flowers for all the names, but usually, suppose it's John's birthday, they would have a white rose on this person's birthday. So there are volunteers just for that. And then you can see the World Trade Center from here. It's really nice. And I mean, on other days I can imagine only the sound of the water which would be coming, and now I can see a lot of people talking. People come here to take pictures, and then people come here to pay their respects. You see, this is North Tower, so there are around like 1,400 names inscribed around this, like what, 1 acre area. And then you can see individual jet streams which are falling down, and there's like 30 feet below, and again there's another 20 feet which falls down. So the individual jet streams which joins together, that shows the connection which all the victims have had. They are joined together, and then the 20 feet which it goes below, that shows the emptiness, and it's designed in such a way that wherever you stand around the site, you won't be able to see what's down there. So that's how it's made, because that's the emptiness and the loss which we have witnessed because of the incident. The 9/11 Memorial Museum, so that's one thing I would definitely visit next time I come here. 16 acres, the old World Trade Center complex, and then you have two 1 acre sites for the North Tower as well as for the South Tower with names inscribed. And then you can see a lot of white oak trees around. And these are the trees which are native to these regions. By these regions, I mean they are the ones which are found at the crash site, and it's also found in the states of Pennsylvania, where one of the site was there. The United 93 that was crashed in the site of Pennsylvania, and then New York. So all these trees are native to this region, and usually people come here for self-reflection or that. Today we have a lot of people. So yeah, you can, if you want to escape the bustling noises of the city, those people come here. And you can see a lot of people just walking around with umbrella and stuff. That's the South Tower. See the individual streams of water going down to the surface, and then goes into the other fall. And this tree is called Survivor tree, which is actually a celery pear tree, and it was found at ground zero among the rubbles and all of that, and then they removed this tree and then they brought back after the memorial was built in 2010. This tree is now like a symbol for rebirth and resilience and survival. Tower has a lot of first responders flags, so they are all associated with the incident, and a lot of people are actually involved. Firefighters, those who have worked to rescue and remove the rubble. The other thing which I want to witness, but it's super foggy, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to witness that. There are 6 stone monoliths, which is known as the Glade Memorial, and you can see the steel here, which is actually from the Twin Towers. World Trade Center, and that's where the tribute in light, you can see that I'm trying to figure out how to go to the top and I'm stuck in between. Here at the 7th floor of Battery Park.
Go around to the other side.
Shot, you guys would have seen the site where the lights are placed, but then it's a parking lot and they are only allowing the family members to go there. So I'm trying to figure out what are the places there to see the site closer, but as it's getting dark you can see the site from here. See the rays of light, and then I wish it was clear, but it's rainy today. That's the World Trade Center. The closest I can get to the site, tribute in light. They gave a speech actually. It's the World Trade Center with lightings at night.
I remember the impact of that day on all of us. But let me tell you something else I remember. I remember 9/12. We got up. We got up and we showed the entire globe what we're made of. A survey put out that stated 52% of Americans would not defend our country if we were attacked by foreign enemies. But let me tell you this, I'm part of the 48%ers. I'm part of the 48%ers that will say I will defend this country under all circumstances.
This is at night, all the lightings, and then there's Hopeless Center in the background. And then it's cloudy, but that's the tribute in light. Oculus Center is also blue. It's on theme of tribute in light. Now I'm here at Exchange Place in Jersey City, which is like waterfront area right outside New York City. And because of vision, we are not able to see the tribute in light clearly. But to talk about the tribute in light in general, it's made of 88 7,000 watt xenon lights, and it's like flash into the sky, and it goes up to 4 miles in the sky, and you can see this in 60 miles radius in lower Manhattan, and you can see the ferries which are running around. So yeah, I'll try to share the pictures of Tribute in Light which I took. Hope you guys learned a few things at least about the incident as well as what has happened, and then got to witness Tribute in Light as well as the memorial from my angle. For me, it's as I told you before, it's a really special thing for me, that being like a bucket list item that I had to complete, and on the 21st anniversary I was able to complete that. So I'm really happy to do that, and I really wish the vision was clear, but yeah, it is what it is. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video.